Hi guys, this is Klazart with another English audio commentary, and this time I'm commentating on a game played in the Shinhan Pro League between Leecaf OZ and Samsung Khan, and this is a game that a lot of people have been looking forward to for some time now, and is probably the only high-profile game that was played in the matchup today. And this is a game played between Stork and Anytime. Stork we all know about. He has been performing splendidly recently. He is Samsung Khan's star player, often being their ace, and is one of the main reasons why they're sitting at number 1 on the Pro League table right now. A really solid player who, in his most recent matchup, unfortunately lost, but gave Xavier a real run for his money and almost beat Xavier. So Stork is doing quite well. He has been playing very well recently. He also has been playing very well in Protoss versus Protoss games, where he did quite well against Bisu, who himself is a bit of a beast when it comes to Protoss versus Protoss. On the other hand, we've got Anytime, who is a legendary player in his own right, considered to be one of the greats. Hasn't been doing that well. His form has been a little bit up and down this season. Isn't really there in the Star Leagues, but he has been performing reasonably consistently for Leecaf in the Pro League, and they're actually playing this map on Monty Hall. And one of the things about Monty Hall is that we've seen a lot of cheeses on this map in Protoss versus Protoss, and it looks like straight away that Stork is going to go for some cheese right here. He's sending his probe up towards Anytime's base. Anytime is pink starting at the top left corner, and Stork is in blue at the bottom right. And this map, there's only a couple of spawn locations, and unfortunately this map is very prone to cheesing. I would have thought that, considering the fact that Stork has been doing consistently well recently and has been performing well, that he wouldn't feel the need to cheese, that he would have the confidence to play a straight up micro game. And Stork now just setting up his pylon inside Anytime's main. So scouting is going to be something that's very key. If Anytime doesn't scout this, he's going to be in huge trouble. So Anytime needs to scout this, and if he does, then I think he should be able to avert the attack in his base, because he could probably use probes and stuff to help him if he needs to fight the Zealots. I think it's a very risky maneuver by Stork. I don't know why he's insisting on doing that. Also, I don't know why he feels that the pylon needs to be inside Anytime's base. He could just as easily have placed gateways inside Anytime's base from keeping the pylon behind the mineral lines, thus protecting the pylon and not exposing it to risk. So Stork has actually planted that gateway down. Anytime has put down a gateway of his own, and Anytime quickly brings out 4 probes to attack that gateway of Stork. So this rush doesn't look to me like it's going to go very far, because it's already been scouted. And the key behind these kind of proxy rushes is that you have to you have to catch the opponent by surprise and off guard. And Stork is trying to harass those probes that are killing that gateway. He started off a second gateway in Anytime's base, but yet again, Anytime has got his gateway finished, so he's ahead in that respect. His gateway is finished, so his Zealot is going to be out first. I think he could probably take his probes back now, because he's going to have that lead. I suppose he wants to just finish that gateway off first. He is allowing Stork a little bit of an economical advantage in that Stork's probes continue to mine. But then you've got to remember that Stork has committed 300 resources, so if this rush fails, Stork has committed 300 minerals at least to starting up those gateways, as well as the pylon, and he's going to end up losing those, it looks like, because Anytime Zealot is out, Stork's lost one of his gateways. His second gateway has just popped out now, you know, Anytime can probably bring those probes back, because he's going to have at least a couple of Zealots ready by the time Stork's first Zealot comes out. So that was very ridiculous what Stork was doing. It was completely unexpected. I would have thought if anyone was going to feel the need to cheese, it would be Anytime, because he's the one who would be slightly lower on confidence. But the fact of the matter is, Stork has decided to go with it. Maybe that game against Xavier affected him more than we thought. Maybe he wanted a quick victory. Maybe he thought he'd catch Anytime by surprise. But really, you know, Protoss cheese on this map is no longer a question of surprise. Most players, I think, would expect it, and any decent player would probably scout for it. But Stork, being very clever, he's actually planted down a cybernetics core before his gateway was killed, so he didn't lose out on tech, because it looked like Anytime would have a tech lead here, but Stork very cleverly putting that cybernetics core down. So he is going to go for kind of a tech game to try and tech up. But what Stork has done is he's given Anytime the economical lead, because his rush failed, and Anytime does have a bit of a lead in terms of economy there, because of all the resources Stork expended on it. But at the same time, you could argue that Stork had 4 or 5 extra probes mining the entire time that Anytime was using his 4 or 5 probes to kill off Stork's gateway. So you can't really say that one player is necessarily ahead at this point in time. Anytime, however, has started an expansion to the right of his base, so that's very interesting. Anytime has started up an expansion, so he knows that Stork doesn't have a lot in terms of a gateway and things like that, and he knows that Stork is going to not be able to press him and attack him for some time. So he's taking the opportunity to expand, to try and give himself the economical advantage, because Stork had that failed rush. And this looks like the game, if the fact of the matter is that anytime is actually scouting Stork's base, so anytime knows that Stork is going for technology and that he has a technological advantage. And we might see Stork trying to pull off something clever here, like go for a Dark Templar drop or go for quick Reavers or something like that. He does have the economic advantage, the technological advantage, because his Cybernetics core was up first. Anytime Cybernetics core not going up now, but anytime has got that expansion up now. So anytime, if he can protect this expansion, which Stork doesn't even, bear in mind, Stork doesn't even know about yet. If anytime can protect this expansion and build on the economic advantage from that, then he could very well come out on top. And Stork now just bringing out a Dragoon, trying to kill off that probe before he starts his further tech. So, but it doesn't matter. Anytime I've seen that Cybernetics core, he's seen that Stork is not in a good position in terms of economy compared to him. And Stork now going for 2 gateways. It looks like Stork is going to go for a fast attack here. Stork going for 3 more gateways. So Stork is going to have 4 gateways. He's not teching. He's not going for Templar. Looks like he's going to mass units. Looks like Stork feels that the only way he can overcome the disadvantage he suffered from the failure of his rush is to mass those gateways and go for a quick attack. And I think he assumes that maybe Anytime is doing the same. Anytime, however, has expanded, but Anytime does have gateways. So we're going to have a key passage of play here, where I wonder if Anytime is going to expand again, or is he just doing that to scout. The fact of the matter is that Stork doesn't know that Anytime has expanded. If Stork were to attack right now with 5 or 6 Dragoons, he might overwhelm Anytime. Anytime has no idea that Stork has built another 4 gateways and that he's going to be attacking Stork with that rush very, very quickly. Stork, just by luck, just by sheer luck, is actually mining those minerals in the right place. I don't know how he could have guessed that Anytime would have set up his expansion on that side of his base, that he didn't set up his expansion at the bottom of his base. Stork has opened up a path in those minerals, and he's going to go up towards Anytime's expansion. And if he can catch Anytime off, so Anytime now has seen those 3 Dragoons, he's got to know that Stork has got to have at least a couple of gateways, and Anytime very cleverly has his forge down and putting out a few cannons for defense. So Anytime doing the right things, he's going to have to put out all the stops to hold at his expansion. And if he can hold at his expansion, he can translate that economic advantage to a victory. And Anytime building the cannon in his base, but he doesn't need that. I guess he built that cannon anticipating a drop from Stork, which isn't going to happen because Stork hasn't teched up at